Alright, welcome back to the No Call No Show podcast. You got myself, David Dave.
Big Nova, Casanova, Chris, what's up?
Alright, and we got a DevOps manager. I'm gonna let you go and introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey, my name's Damien. I'm a DevOps manager, and basically kind of what DevOps is basically kind of like the bridge between development and operations. Whatever new features that operations come up with, I basically have to understand that aspect of it and kind of break it down into more technical aspects that the dev team actually can handle and take care of.
Alright, so we just gonna jump right into it. You went to USC, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what was your major when you first got there? Did you switch or you kind of stuck it out? Because I know a lot of people everybody start, I'm a bio major, then the next, business. So what did you do? Yeah, I'm like,
So if you wanna take it like that, I actually tried to go to school for civil engineering. Tried to go to school for civil engineering, and then once I realized that I can't do that type of math.
Oh, that's my favorite. I hate math, man.
Yeah, once I realized I can't do that type of math, that's when I kind of went more with the computers and everything like that. But even that was like a long list, from computer engineering to computer science to computer information systems to what I'm in right now, just regular information technology.
Do like let's say starting out, let's say somebody out there right now, they getting into that. Like, did you wanted to do it, or you just kind of landed in that field?
As far as like with the computers.
Yeah, with your computers.
Yeah, so ever since I was a little boy, I always loved computers. I always just loved just what it could do. I know that's super vague, but I just liked, of course, like all the stuff that came out, especially like on movies, they make it seem like this so cryptic world. You see all these guys programming and you see all these robots and everything like that. I just knew I wanted to be a part of it. I just didn't know as far as what point. But my first dream was always trying to be an architect. So that's where the civil engineering came from.
Okay, that's dope. Dang, I wanted to be an architect for a very short time. I could draw.
Right.
My teacher was like, misstating my fact. She was like, you should go be an architect. I was like, okay. Man, I went and looked it up. And the math and I had to be exact, and they was like, yeah, they depended on you. This building fall in, this your fault. I was like,
that was another thing.
I might have one I should have drew that a little better.
Right.
I knew that third floor wasn't it wasn't gonna support it. God damn it. Trying to be cheap, keep the cement low. But so as far as your day to day, so let's just jump into your day for a minute. You wake up, get to work, and then your day consists of what?
Man, so this is actually a remote job.
Oh, okay.
So it's remote.
Oh, so you working from the living room?
Yeah, I'm working right from the living room.
You like, nah, that's my work area. That ain't the living room.
Right. But usually the beginning of the day, it kind of starts off by just reading all the different channels of information that we have.
Right.
Because of course, like I said, you have to talk to operate. Basically, I had to talk to almost every single department in our company. So marketing, operations, the dev team, make sure nothing broke last night. And actually a part of my job too actually goes into the night, because our dev team is actually located overseas. So
I
actually,
what you could do from remote, man.
It's definitely crazy. I mean, but that's the
new wave, right?
Yeah, because when we got our upgrade on our dispatch equipment, our systems, they are based out of Canada.
Out of who?
Canada. They actually flew down to upgrade our stuff.
Just on the software.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get into computers, man. I just ain't never really tried it, but I always liked, I guess I can say computers. I'll take that back. I had games. I don't know. I just had playing the game. I was like, this shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make money doing this. And then far as what I did coming up, bro, I knew a couple people who started off in computers, but they weren't serious about it. They was, I'm gonna major in this, and the next semester it's man, you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even give it a try. And you went far, and that's why I like it so much, man. Cause what you doing, I think you said something with apps too, if I'm right?
Yeah. So our company is mainly a platform, but it grew into where we also doing apps with it as well.
Okay. Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, Madfat. the company is actually Startup Space, and what it does is actually help entrepreneurs, new up and coming entrepreneurs, kind of understand as far as like all the different aspects they may need to grow their business. You know, so where
the stuff they looking over, because I look over a lot of. Man, just talking to people like, yo, you get a company like that, they start telling you stuff, it's like, I did not think of that. That is smart. I ain't think of that. They be like, look, man, I be now for 10 years, man. Then 10 years, because my dad, he run a business. He be like, yeah, there ain't a lot of that 10 years come. You be like, yep. They said that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they said that I should have did. Now I'm in a whole different bind. Like I could have did that. Because like you said, when they help entrepreneurs, I don't think a lot of people understand what entrepreneurship come with, but it don't just come with just running the business. Right. It's a whole background. It's more background shit going on than there's that you see on the front line. Right. Like most people walk into a small business, no matter what you're doing, they see all this and that. You don't see how much paper costs, the printer, running lights, keeping this on, keeping that on, all the little small business that you take for granted. A restaurant.
Right, exactly. Just about
they ain't got no more chicken wings and you the chicken spot. Like, look, bruh, we trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know you gotta get their grades and everything like that.
You got you get health inspectors. Man, they want to shut me down because I don't use Clorox on the table. I use soap and water. Like that's the shit they don't see. But to get back into what you do, like do you get joy out of it, or just it's kind of lucrative, so you stay with it?
So the company right now is still more so like a startup. It's growing. It's growing to become out of a startup, but it's still a startup. So you know, it requires a lot more time commitment. Right. You know, especially like in its first stages. Right. So as far as me, I love what I do. I love the company and everything like that. But you know, like there'll be some days where you may work, 8 hours, or you might work 20 hours. You know, it just depends. It just depends on everything.
Right
so it's just a lot of things. You know, so yeah.
I can understand that. Especially like you said, if you're working from home, if it's 8 or 20, you're still at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's still at the house. Still at the house.
But my girl, she work from home, so she be getting frustrated. She be like, I don't even want to see that computer. I be like, damn, like,
it be like that.
She be like, no, I don't even, that little office area back there, she be like, I'm not even walking over there.
Yeah, it be like that. It be like that. You literally just like, yeah, you know, you definitely need like your time away from it. Like I literally push my work area to the back of like the couch. Like if that was the couch right there, it's like another little just put it all right there. I don't see it.
I'm about to watch TV.
TV, games.
I'm about to do this. Yeah, fuck that computer.
Right. I did not want to see it, but with also being the DevOps manager, I can't break from it. I can't break from it.
You always like even when you're away, it's like damn.
Right, yeah, like I'm the type of guy, like usually my phone stay on silent. I if I see a notification, I see it when I see it. Yeah. But ever since I joined this company, oh man,
they like, where were you?
Right.
14 minutes ago, we sent out a group chat. Where were you? Like, all right, damn, out the bathroom.
Right. Look,
you can look.
Phone constantly ding, 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 and then even overnight, because like I said, we work with the overseas team, so
they wide awake over there.
Yeah, and like I tell them, like I can stay up to this point. But after that, I'm gonna be unavailable. Yeah. But look, even in the middle of the night, ding, 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 and
like, I know I just told you, bro. I'm asleep. We are not awake in the U.S. right now.
Right.
But I can understand that, man. Yeah. Hey, just tap one more, couple more things. You said you do websites.
Yeah, I do websites. Yeah.
Okay, so as far as anybody that's like, what would you suggest like for people who do, because a lot of people think they need a website and they really don't.
I was going to ask that question.
Like, what justifies us needing a website? I know selling certain stuff, you need a website. But for the people, I don't want to shit on nobody. Let's just ask that. Like, what do you think categorizes it that you need a website?
Well, I guess how heavy is people to use that website? Right. So unless you're like in a digital space where it's kind of like unless you just regular marketing to people. Now, if you want like kind of like recognition and people to know like you're a good name and you're someone that they can trust, then yeah, go ahead and throw that website out there. Even if you don't have someone professionally do it, you can maintain it to the point where it's at least be like $30 a month. So basically kind of like a little tiny more, like a subscription.
Ain't no wrong
like
with that.
But
if it's a business, that's just something you gotta pay for. Especially if you're selling something.
Right.
If you sell it to your local community, but you got people in Chicago, people all over who want your product, and you'll never get it to them because it's like. Right. So old school. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like we said before the camera, you either gonna get with this wave or get left behind with this technology, man. Like, cause I mean, I know we need a website for the merch and all that stuff, but like I be seeing people that's selling stuff that people want, high in demand, but they can't get it out. It's like, bro, you are mad at this one county. Do you know how big the state is? Now let's go past the state. There's other states. Let's go past other states. There's other countries who want that product, but you limiting yourself. Then you say, well, the website gonna be $1,500. Oh man, that's too much money. Like, bro, look how much you about to make off of this right here.
It's crazy that you said that because I was reading something where it's a popcorn place. I want to say it's in Chicago. I think
I might know who you're talking about.
It's like half cheddar and half caramel corn or something like that.
They probably do. I didn't get a chance to try it out yet, but I think if it's in Chicago, I think I definitely seen that name. Like,
because I know it was only there, and then recently they just got a website to stop shipping all over because so many tourists and everybody.
It's you might as well. It's like especially you have. And then if you think about it, if this is something known for Chicago got a lot of people. If those people that are leaving Chicago or in other states, they're gonna want something that reminds them of home.
Especially you know how people talk about it, man. You got to try this here, man.
Oh yeah.
Only in Chicago. But damn, why you told me, man? Now I want to taste it, and we ain't got nothing like that.
And that's what I said. That's what I think they came up with the ideas. That, let's get a website.
Right. And you know, and people think like, I mean, it all depends who you work with, you know. But you know, you don't have to pay the entire website straight up. You know, like for the most part, if they're good people and they know you really trying to get it out the woodwork, you know, they'll help you. You know, it can be in little payments, you know, stuff like that. So you know, like
that's somebody who believe in your product.
Right.
A lot of people downplay themselves and their product. They don't think a lot of people believe in it just because your local city ain't messing with it. But it's somebody that's like, look, man, keep where you got with it. Come on, we want more of that. And then that's what I was saying with the guy with the shoes. I was like, man, if this county don't like it, go one county over. They loving it. They waiting on you to come out with more, but you worried about the people who mad at you or the haters. There's haters everywhere.
Yeah, you just gotta know what your bread and butter is, and you just gotta
and just be genuine about it. Tell people the truth. Like, look, man, starting up, it's gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Like this is starting up because like people look at the Kanye's and all them, but they was doing groundwork one time, man. People forget that, and they needed people. That's why when you told me what you do, I was like, yeah, that's dope. Just everything you did to me was dope. I was like,
I think that's cool.
And I saw the page for the website. I was like, yeah, it's dope. I like this. I like anything that somebody doing something to help people. And you know, like I feel like when you're trying to help somebody, you don't have to advertise it as hard because if you're looking for help, that's when you're gonna get the notification like, oh, you need, instead of me trying to shove it down your throat, it's like, yeah, you found me, you must need a website. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, that's why I started making websites. You know, like
and it's not a lot of people do that.
Like I remember, you know, I was like of course it's definitely in Orangeburg, and this was like maybe 7-8 years ago when I first started. But you know, like Orangeburg, you know, people didn't think they need a website. You know, it was like, oh,
it's an old school restaurant.
Oh yeah, they are old school restaurant.
You go in there, I don't need no website. You think you making money? Nah, maybe you catch this wave. You gonna see.
And I felt like, you know, if I can give them anything, I can at least get them a start into it with a website. You know, because with a website, you know. That can be your employee you never have to pay.
Never,
you know, that thing will work for you.
And it's always up. It don't get sleepy.
It's always up. It don't get sleepy. It can do whatever you need to do.
Whatever
They'll tell you everything you need to know.
It's got categorized stuff like, okay, wow, okay, they want this, all right, boom. Because I was talking to Sean about his merch, and I seen what he did on how to order it, and that was dope to me because he had a lot of people want the Bird shirts, man. They outside of the Bird, or they went to state for a little bit, not in Atlanta, not in Florida. And then when I seen that, I was like, that's what like the bread and butter of a website is. It's like you can still get it.
You can still get it.
And you put people on. When he in Florida wearing the Bird shirts, somebody like, damn, I like that. It's my boy here right here instead of having to call me. I gotta figure out.
Look good to give them like a little business
card. You can go click on it and like, oh yeah, he ordered the shirt instead of you looking for me, or man, I'm gonna drive down there with 400 shirts. He not there.
Right.
Now he missed out. You know what I'm saying?
You trying get all these addresses and all that. Everything's already pre-filled.
You can just put that in like
it just tell you
print it out.
everything you know.
Yep. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap things up. You got any more questions about anything? No.
My big thing is I am a tech fan. I'm also a fan of what you're doing because it's dope to me. If anybody's in it, like thinking of any advice to anybody who's thinking about getting into what you're doing.
Any advice? I mean, I just say like, you know, if you love it, you'll do it. You know, that's the only thing. You know, like for me, it took me over 7 years to get my degree. You know, from me constantly trying to try from the, of course, the civil engineering, but of course that doesn't deal with technology like that. But when I started trying to find that bread and butter of the technology that I wanted to deal with, it took over 7 years to try to get there. And so, you know, I just say, you know, if you're determined and you believe in it and you know that that's what you want to do, you know, outside of the money, because you know, most people want to get into tech because it's about the money, but you gotta have a passion for it. Like I said, you know, I work 20 hours. I can work sometimes 20 hours a day, but I still love what I do. Right. You know, at the end of the day.
So I don't feel like too much work.
Yeah, it don't feel like too much work. Yeah. You know, I actually enjoy every last bit. I like talking to all the different teams. I like getting all this together. Yeah, and all the technical aspects for it. So, you know, of course, if you're going to do if you are going to go into the tech field, do it because you love it. But also, just make sure that it's something that you just want to do.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha. And I'm gonna wrap it up with this, man. All these videos, y'all see everybody come on here and say the same thing. Do something with passion, man. I understand if you're just working because you got to pay your bills, but the only reason that you really despise your job is because you're probably doing something that you don't give no fucks about. Like, think about working at a factory. I work at a factory, but it's a better factory, but they all factories. You go in there, let's say they tell you to push this button for $13 an hour. Of course you're gonna hate that shit, because it's not nothing that you have passion for. So 10 hours feel like 100. Right. But if you doing something, let's say you like cutting grass, you cutting grass for 10 hours, it just feel like ain't enough hours in the day. Because you can only get about 2 yards, maybe 3-4 yards in a day, because you love it so much. You don't even notice, like, wow, I done been out here, it's nighttime. I started at night and I'm still cutting grass. You going home, looking up lawnmowers, like time never, you know, it's enough time in the day. So I wanted to say that because it's just a consistent thing that people keep saying. Just like this guy with the sneakers, McKeithy, that's his name, Marquez. Yeah. He said the same thing. He was like, you know, if you ain't got no passion, don't even, you know what I'm saying, do something else, because it's so much work to go into. Like, it's somebody that's watching, probably, let's say you got a lucrative career and somebody watching it, like, oh, they seeing the cars, they seeing, oh, he ain't ever struggling no more, but you ain't looking at, I'm working 20 hours, and some days I may just say fuck it, like I ain't doing this, or I have bad days too. That's why I like getting people on here, especially like what you do, that's different, is show people like it's something that you like that you just skipping over. Like you just said, when I said I like playing the games, and you was like, that's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you cool, really getting a gateway into it, but you just don't know it. Right. But some people good, they can play the game all day, but when it comes down to like, can you make money off it, they just, oh, I just enjoy it. Man, that is what you good at. You thinking you a mechanic, you not a mechanic, man. You are the guy that know the games. Do something with the games. There's a whole community of people with the games, and as soon as you get into it, people start hit me up for this, do this, this is how you do this is how you do that. So I love seeing that, man. I love what you doing, everybody doing. And as far as getting at you about the website, so you gotta go on your Instagram page.
Yeah, you can go on my Instagram page, Gray House Digital, and that should tell you everything you need to know.
Alright, cool. Bill, you got that wrapped up. Got my man in here. He from Chicago. He in Chicago right now, y'all.
I'm coming back home though.
Yeah, he coming back. He coming back. He in the Windy City. Do they call it the Windy City?
Yeah, Windy City.
Yeah, the Windy City. Goddamn. Where Jordan was at. Go ahead, we can wrap it up, man.
Hey, y'all, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when a new episode drops. Thank you again for coming, man. Hey, we out, y'all.
You already know. Ben.